Hey everybody, I'm Zeke Matavosian, Van Nuys, California. I want to talk about two common psychology experiments that everybody should know about: the Stanford Prison Experiment and then the Stanley Milgram Experiment. They both have to do with authority, and so the Stanley Milgram, it has to do with the police. It's the whole theme about police authority, why we listen to them. Stanley Milgram, okay, now that's the one they brought in people and then lied to them, tell them they're doing another experiment. They have to give somebody else an electric shock when they get the wrong answer, and then they would increase the shock level to the level that was, and then the actor on the other side who was pretending to be receiving the shock would like yell out loud to the point that some of them, I think they thought they were dying. But still the person would administer that shock to them because they were told to do so, that as part of the experiment, it's okay to do so. The reason that's relevant is the police coming over saying, I know, hey, this isn't right, what's happening, but it's the law. We don't write the law. We just implement the law. We just enforce the law. We don't write the law. Every single one visit I've had so many I've lost count how many for a year and a half on a practically daily basis, certainly 2 or 3 a week at the very least. And every one of them, they're all recorded. They all, every statement they say, they have to cover up for something that's wrong. They justify something that's wrong, And then the main way they do is that's the law. Because it's the law, we have to do it. Something is wrong, it doesn't make it right that it's the law. The law is wrong. It used to be black people had to be slaves, and then they couldn't vote. Women couldn't vote. Because it's the law, it's not a good answer when the law is committing an atrocity, an act of cruelty, year and a half long act of cruelty. Okay? And if you're saying you have to do it because they're telling you to do it, that's a lie. Because the people who are telling you to do it, they're saying, well, we're not doing that. They're the ones who are enforcing it, right? And you're not responsible because they're telling you to do it. So that's what they do. That's what they used to do in Nazi Germany. They're telling us to do it. And I'm not going to apologize for that analogy. That's the way it is. It's atrocity going around all over the country. I see it in, social media recordings of the police. They just do atrocity, and they say what they have to do. That's what they have to do. It's the law. Seriously? Police should be doing good. The law should be good. The police should be good. They should be doing the right thing. The law should do the right thing, make police do the right thing. And if they're not, they shouldn't explain. Like, if you're not doing the right thing, then you are responsible for what you're doing, no matter what your boss tells you to do, if it's your job to do it. If it's your job to do your cruelty, you are still responsible for what you're doing. And then the other one, the Stanford Prison Experiment, they make the basement of Stanford University into a mock prison, and they bring in volunteers. The students, half of them, by the toss of a coin, are prisoners, half of them are prison guards. So by the very act of putting on a prison uniform, having a baton, having handcuffs, and the police using their authority, so they have these things. If somebody tells you stop talking, you don't listen to them just because they say it, unless it's your girlfriend or something. But if it's a stranger, just because they have that authority, we have to do it, or else they have the power they decide they can arrest you if they see it fit. So you listen to an authority, you want to show respect to the law. The thing is, it's evidently clear to people who've interacted with the police, and I didn't used to be that way. It's to think, well, why don't people listen to police? Why do they not, the police on your side? But then when this happens, it's for a year and a half. Before this, it wasn't like that. I saw that they're misusing that authority, And that Stanford prison experiment shows it. The students, they know they're playing the role of police. They know these are just costumes, the prison guards, but they start becoming abusive, really abusive, not just acting. They start really abusing the prisoners, and the prisoners assume the role of victimhood. So it's just you can't help it when you have authority over someone. When you so this is fact of life. You got to know when someone has power, you have something over you. It's very unlikely they don't abuse you. There's somebody having authority over you. And I've had it. Psychology, professors, bosses, the relationships, dominant girl, all kinds of places, and then the police now. It's so clear. Anyone who has something that you need, professor you need to grade from them to you want a degree, you want to pass the class, you want to learn. It says you gotta kiss my dirty ass. I ain't kidding you. I can kick you out of this class if I want to. I can make you shut up. I tell you shut up. You don't stop. I can kick you out. I'll give you a bad grade. That's what it is. That's what school is about. At least Pierce colleges. The professor he's so abusive, and you go to the chairman in bed with the so even you can't even post it on Rate My Professor. They have they do it. They know they can get away with it. You understand? It's by the books. They rip you off by the books. They make you sign something, and they go, "You signed it." It's the injustice that happens. That's done by the law intentionally. The way it's done.